welcome to the 2021 Chrysler Pacifica. Most importantly, now with all-wheel drive. That is what we are in today. We are in a Pacifica Limited all-wheel drive. There's Touring, Limited, and Pinnacle, which, as you can guess from the name, is the top of the line, really luxurious, including pillows for the back seats, the top of the line Pacifica. But I've been pretty happy with this Limited with all-wheel drive. A couple days ago, I had to drive up north about an hour away and was hit with an impromptu blizzard. Did not expect this. And I got to check out the all-wheel drive system, which, let's talk about that for a second. First off, you've got a 3.6 liter V6 in here, across the board for all Pacificas, same engine, unless you get the new hybrid. More on that later. That 3.6 liter V6 is good for about 287 horsepower and 262 pound-feet of torque. Normally that drives just the front wheels. If you get the all-wheel drive, like this one, it can drive all four wheels. You don't get to decide when that happens. There are a number of different cases where the all-wheel drive system will kick in. Most importantly, when your front wheels are slipping. But if the exterior temperature is below a certain threshold, if you put on the windshield wipers, let's see, what else? Electronic stability control kicks in. If that kicks in, so does the all-wheel drive. If you have any abrupt steering wheel changes, apparently, the all-wheel drive system will kick in. So it's a smart and intuitive system. I've noticed it a couple times, especially in the blizzardy conditions that I had. For the most part, it's not intrusive. That all-wheel drive system also uses brake locking differential to, say your one wheel over here is spinning, it'll sort of brake that one and send power over to the other one. And yeah, it works. You do get a little bit of wheel spin before you notice it kick in at times, but for the most part, it's a really nice system. And it's the first time Chrysler's had all-wheel drive on a minivan since 2004. In fact, Chrysler touts the fact that they have had 116 minivan firsts, counting 38 on this 2021 Pacifica alone. And they're not joking. Here's the list. Why don't we share that list with you? Just go ahead and roll it. Right here, yeah, right in my field of vision. That's a good spot for it. Oh, that was a good one. Yeah, yep, oh yeah. So there you have it. 116 minivan firsts, according to Chrysler. And what's really neat about the all-wheel drive system in here is that you still get second row stow and go seats. What Chrysler did was left a channel for those drive shafts to go back to the rear wheels so that those second row seats can still fold flat on the floor. This particular van with the S package has power third row stow and go seats. The power's nice. I just wish it went a little bit faster. What else is new for 2021? Well, they did a mild refreshing on the outside, but for the most part, the outside still looks like the van that came out in 2016 for 2017. Inside, there's been some changes. There's a new 10.1-inch touchscreen over here with Uconnect 5. I will say this touchscreen is very nice. It works very well, but it's not that fast. If I hit that, there's the screen, hit nav. There's the screen, and the nav works quite well. Check this out. Wireless Apple CarPlay with wireless charging. Nice. I really do like that. Everybody needs to get to the wireless CarPlay thing. Apparently there are a couple different center consoles you can get. On the limited models like we have is this pretty fancy one. You got enough room for this monster thing and a regular water bottle. Then there's a pull-out tray back here, a couple more cup holders and a big storage compartment, which in this particular model has the vacuum hose, because this minivan has an onboard vacuum cleaner, which is great because minivans are all about family, you know, and here I am driving by myself. I need to find a family. My kids are too old. I need young kids that make a mess. I found a family. Hey guys, hop on in.
What was that?
Everybody in?
Yep. Yeah.
Look at that. So what do you think?
Good. Cool.
So guess what? Look at this.
I want to
Flip
play
that
a
up,
game.
Mila.
I want to play a game.
I'm gonna show you something.
Yeah.
Check this out. If I put this up here,
We can see it. It's oh, sorry.
is it showing? Can you hear it? See? How cool is that?
Portable movie theater.
It's a mobile movie theater. But as soon as I drive away, the screen goes away for safety. Hear it? Watch this. Oh. What?
10 years, and then the one and only.
How's that?
Good.
I did this.
Hands free. I'm doing
We don't
nothing.
really talk about
Wait
this.
for it. Just watch it.
Look, I'm a comic book. I'm a cereal. Did a Christmas album. I have an excellent theme song. And a so-so popsicle. It look worse.
I like
But
that.
after everything,
Go sit by your brother. I want to show you guys something else.
Okay, I am too.
Yeah, all three of you can go back there. And then I pull this. Somebody tall must have sat in the front.
That was you.
I know. Okay, so that's out of the way. So then I open this up, right? All the way
You
like
can
that.
put the seat down there?
Yeah, watch.
What?
How cool is that?
You could get extra leg room.
Okay, now hold on, I'm gonna do the other one. And all I gotta do is pull this little strappy over here. See this? It's a party zone!
Oh, I'm gonna dance in it. Stand up in it.
Check it!
Stand up.
Look, I can sit back here with you guys.
I said stand up.
What do you think of the van? Two thumbs up?
I get a 500 thumbs. 100 out of 100.
Okay.
98% out of 100. I get infinity.
Nice.
I get infinity.
So there you go, guys. Chrysler Pacifica, built for families with energetic kids. Kids. So as you can see, with the theater system in the back, with games that you can play, movies, Blu-rays, everything else, the really cool fam cam, and the surround view camera, with all these different views. The Pacifica works really, really well for families. And there are over 97 standard safety features on the 2021 Chrysler Pacifica. 97. Now, some of those things, are they really safety features, like LED headlights? Chrysler claims is a safety feature. But they have pedestrian automatic emergency braking as a standard feature across the Pacifica lineup. That joins things like blind spot monitoring, rear park assist, adaptive cruise control with full stop. 8 airbags. There's a lot of safety built into this vehicle. I applaud Chrysler for really taking steps to make sure that your long tube family hauler is a safe one. All of that stuff is fantastic and just makes this thing an urban weapon for families to like tackle life. The Pacifica also has, for 2021, Alexa capabilities. Things like this. Set the cabin temperature to 70 degrees.
I've set the temperature to 70 degrees.
Thanks, Minivan. And that's not even Apple CarPlay. Then there's Apple CarPlay. Play Zach Campbell's Shelby. And this is a Harman Kardon system that sounds really nice. So there's a lot of tech built into this, and it works really well. Dude, guess what?
what's that?
I was just listening to Shelby.
No way.
Seriously, what are you doing?
I was actually calling if you wanted to go to lunch.
Oh, heck yeah. I know right where you are. I'll come pick you up.
All right, perfect.
See you in a minute. Zach Campbell. What is up? See, look, I was playing Shelby.
Not too much. Always nice to hear your own music coming out of the
Right.
car speakers.
Chrysler Pacifica 2021. What do you think?
I like it. I love the display. Everything seems pretty nice. Rides smooth.
This color's pretty popping, yo.
Yeah. It's like a van out of Tokyo Drift.
So Shelby, that was your first album. You come a long way since then.
Yeah.
Play Dreamcatcher by Zach Campbell.
Dreamcatcher, Dreamcatcher, keep on dreaming, babe. You do the best you can, just mind family. Oh, Dreamcatcher, Dreamcatcher, the stars on the stars asleep. Dreamcatcher, Dreamcatcher, hopes of good night.
We're missing backup singers, dude.
Yeah, we are.
I know, just the thing.
Hey.
Good afternoon, young ladies. How are you?
Good.
Awesome. So Zach and I were just singing one of his songs called Grandpa's Tractor. And I know you've heard it before. And I told him we were missing something. We're missing backup singers. Let's rock this.
Go to my grandparents' house. Always had a good time, lots of laughs, no doubt. If I had to pick my favorite memory, I'd be riding with Grandpa on that old Simplicity. He'd fire that old thing up, say hop on. Like a rocket ship, we'd take off. I always asked if we could go faster when I rode on Grandpa's tractor.
Good job singing on that chorus there, ladies. Thanks for doing some backup singing. Should we go get a little something to eat? Nice. What do you think of this van?
It's really nice.
It has a vacuum.
It has a vacuum.
And floor chair.
Floor chairs.
Floor chairs. They call them stow and go. And check this out, you guys.
What?
The fam cam.
The fam. That's a thing. That is so weird.
All right, so as you can see, minivan, great for families, onboard vacuum, all kinds of technology, mobile theater, in fact, on-the-road concert hall. This is the best minivan Chrysler's ever made. And we're talking about the people who made the minivan. But you know what? Other than the all-wheel drive option, there is another minivan that Chrysler makes. That's the Pacifica Hybrid. Let's check that one out. All right, so here we are, another day, another minivan, this time in the form of the Chrysler Pacifica plug-in hybrid electric vehicle, PHEV, the only plug-in hybrid electric minivan on the market. How is this different? Well, in a few ways. So we're in a Pacifica Limited hybrid. All Pacificas, all of them, have the same 3.6 liter Pentastar V6. In this vehicle, it has been converted to the Atkinson cycle. All right, so what is the Atkinson cycle? A little technical jargon for you. The Atkinson cycle, what it does is delays the intake valves closing until the piston's completed 20 to 30% of its upward travel on the compression stroke. Because of that, some of the fresh charge is driven back into the intake manifold by the rising piston, so the cylinder's never completely filled. Okay? The trade-off for this is a reduction in low-speed power, which is why it's perfect for hybrid vehicles that can use the battery to make up for that deficiency. So it's a little more efficient. Trade-off, low-end power, not happening. But hybrid power, batteries, motor, sweet. Kicking it in, making it happen. So there are two electric motors in the Pacifica Hybrid. A motor A that's 63 kilowatts or 84 horsepower, and motor B that is 85 kilowatts or 114 horsepower. So motor B's main purpose, according to Chrysler, is to propel the vehicle forward. Motor A's main purpose is to provide regen to the battery. However, Chrysler also says the unique design means both motors can work in tandem to propel the vehicle. And unlike the other Pacifica we had that was all-wheel drive, the hybrid is only available in front-wheel drive. And unlike the 9-speed automatic that is paired up with that Pentastar V6 in all other Pacificas, in the hybrid, there is what Chrysler calls an E-Flight electric transmission. It's basically their version of a CVT, or continuously variable transmission. So there you have it. A little bit of stuff going on underneath the chassis and underneath the hood of this vehicle. You can go on a full charge up to 30 miles on electric only. Now, you don't get to choose when you're on electric power versus gas power. There's a cool little gauge over here that shows me power that I'm using or charging, right? If I take my foot off the gas, now I'm charging a little bit. If I step on the brake, charging more, slam on the brake, charging even more. Lots of charge. On this tank of fuel, which when I topped it off the other day showed I had a range of 510 miles. 510 miles. In this tank right now, I'm down an eighth on the fuel. I'm below 1% on the battery charge. I've gone 24.5 miles on electric, 39.3 on gas, total 63.8 miles on this particular tank of gas and charge. Now, when I got the vehicle last week, the day I got it, it was delivered with a full tank of fuel. Thank you so much, delivery people. And less than 1% battery power. So I plugged it in at work into a regular wall outlet, which you can do. Chrysler recommends you get the 240 bigger thing so you can charge faster. And you can charge the whole battery up in like 2 hours if you're on that level 2 charger. If you're on a level 1 charger, just a regular wall socket. I plugged it in for about 2.5 hours, and it went from less than 1% to 30%. On that 2.5 hour charge that brought me up to 30%, I did 7 plus 4, 11 miles. 1/3 of what they say the capability is of the battery on a 30% charge. So that math seems to pretty much add up. I wish there was a way for you to say, I just want to do electric right now until it's depleted. Or I want gas. I want to charge the battery for a long time. That would be really nice because you don't get that choice. Okay. Trade-offs for the hybrid: better fuel economy, 500 plus mile range, which in the real world over the last week I've actually seen, which is pretty awesome in a minivan. But what you lose is kind of a big deal. You lose the second row stow and go in the hybrid. Why? The stow portion is now stowing a battery instead of your flip down seats. You still get the trick stow and go seats in the third row, and they are so cool. We've got heated seats, we've got heated steering wheel, we've got ventilated seats up here in the front row. Speaking of the steering wheel, heated steering wheel, two-tone leather. It's so pretty, it's nice to touch, except we have this metal ring that goes around the whole steering wheel. If you live where it's cold, or if you live where the sun's shining down on this all day long, you're gonna get in here and be like the guy from Indiana Jones. You're gonna grab this and you're gonna pull away and you're gonna have little rings burned into your hands so that you can go find the Ark of the Covenant. Or if it's cold and you hit the button for heated steering wheel, which is a pain in the ass to get to because it's this tiny little thing, boop, which doesn't heat this metal piece. There is not an indicator to tell you or remind you if you left open the charging door. And I've heard some stories and read some stories about people who left their charging door open on their EV or their hybrid vehicle, and let's just say didn't have good results with that, driving in the rain. So the rest of this vehicle frickin' rocks. It rocks. Everything that you heard me talk about and that 17,000 page list of everything Chrysler's ever done for the minivan world still applies here. You're just revising the engine, putting in some batteries, and taking away second row stow and go. It's still the same van. Unlike our all-wheel drive Pacifica that we were just in, while we've got the theater system, we don't have the upgraded Harman Kardon sound system. But you know what? It's still a pretty nice sound system. It's just not as banging as the upgraded Harman Kardon. See, I could listen to this. Drive all day.
You win some and you lose. Remember
remember.
Larry?
Oh my god, hey Jennifer. What's up?
You will not believe I was just listening to one of your songs in the car.
Oh my god, that is so funny. I was just on my way to a gig in a little while and I was wondering if you could give me a ride.
I think it's meant to be. I know right where you're at. I'll come get you.
Oh my gosh, see you soon.
Don't trust myself, but you make more sense.
Hey, you.
Hey, Jennifer.
How's it going?
It's so good. It's
So good to see you.
This is a sweet ride. What is this?
This is the Chrysler Pacifica minivan, but this is the hybrid. Notice how quiet.
I'm very used to silent cars. I'm from a Toyota family, and there's lots of Priuses. But when you accelerate, it's very and I haven't noticed that with this, although we have been mostly on frontage roads.
Well, let's do it. So you get a little bit of that grumble, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it is a V6 in here. It's an Atkinson cycle V6, but there's 2 electric motors as well. So usually that off-the-line power is coming from the electric motors. The cool thing is, at my height, I fit in all 3 rows, which is saying something.
That is a good sign, because aren't you like 6 foot?
6'2".
6'2".
Yeah.
There you freaking go.
It's got all kinds of room, and I mean, like, you could almost have a concert in here.
It's true. You could.
Well, it looks like we're a little early, so maybe we should do that. What do you think?
I think we should try it.
Let's do it. Set you up. So hey, y'all, you're gonna get a show. This is Tulare doing
You're you.
You're You. Take it away, Tulare.
Stuck in thought, I'm trying to compare where I am to who you are and what I've got. Complicated, but you're you.
Nicely done. So there you have it, folks. Chrysler Pacifica Hybrid Mobile Coffee Concert House.
Look at that.
So, as you can see, the Chrysler Pacifica is a mobile coffee house. It's a mobile concert hall. It's a mobile movie theater. It's a mobile entertainment venue for all things family. This is way better than a lot of SUVs on the market. Do you really need an SUV? You get better gas mileage in a minivan. You actually get more space in a minivan. And now, because you can get the all-wheel drive, you have that option to have an all-wheel drive minivan, and you have the option to have a hybrid minivan if you're really worried about fuel efficiency. But really think about that. Chrysler has done a knockout job on the Pacifica. Thanks for tuning in, you guys. Hope you liked this super long video on minivans. If you did, make sure you like it, hit the subscribe button. Stay tuned for something cool coming up next, and we'll see you then. Thanks so much, everybody.